Greetings to one and all. I'm Nandini Singh, features reporter at Junoon magazine, and today with me I have Miss Himanshi Singh, ex-Z News anchor and someone who has 15 plus years of experience in news and political journalism and is currently working as a podcaster. Thank you for joining me today, ma'am.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Let's begin. So we're gonna ask a couple of questions. We're gonna link being in the newsroom and talking a little bit about censorship, credibility, building, becoming a serious content creator, switching from the newsroom to Instagram. That's a big switch. And so, did leaving corporate newsroom give you more freedom or more responsibility?
Yeah, it gave me more freedom for sure. No doubt that TV journalism has given me discipline, has given me identity, fame. But digital platform has taught me that expressions and connections are more important than that. So now I'm doing a podcast because I always like to ask questions.
Right.
Because I don't want to deliver only news, I want to deliver perspective also. That for that I have to ask questions, and this change is has given me, I can say that add-on value,
Right.
to my persona. Like from a famous news channel, I have an established anchor, have face, have faith, so I can call guests on my podcast, ask questions, and I can deliver my opinion, their opinion. I think with more powerful, more clarity.
Right. Thank you. And so we see a lot of loudness in media today, right? So have we as an Indian audience confused loudness with illiteracy? कि मुझे ज़्यादा पता है क्योंकि मैं ज़्यादा तेज बोल रही हूँ. Is that true? Do you think that has happened?
No, I don't think so. Even I, as an anchor, never shouted on the screen.
Yeah.
I always like a very calm anchor. My anchoring style was that only. And I think very few people, rather I would say, now there is a saturation point for that loudness.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to watch people yelling at the screen, or as a panelist or as an anchor. Nobody wants to. I think people have stopped watching them.
Right.
Now people want to see the content. They see what quality of content you are delivering, what quality of news you are delivering. They have remote, they have power to change, and they switch it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
In a fraction of a second, they switch it. If you are very loud anchor or a very loud guest on the screen, I think that now there is a point, now there is a saturation point. Now people don't like loud anchor at all. Neither I was a loud anchor in my time.
That's nice. And have you ever, working in the newsroom is very pressurizing, right? So there's a lot of pressure. So have you ever faced pressure to alter or to drop a story? If yes, how did you respond?
No, I never dropped a story, but I can tell you a story. When there was a lot of pressure, I hope you remember an incident that there was a fire in Mumbai Taj Hotel.
Yeah.
That was a very famous thing. And that breaking news, the moment that breaking news came into a newsroom, and I was the anchor, or I had to deliver this news on time, and I had no clue what was going there, or there was so much chaos in the newsroom because everybody has less information but more pressure to deliver it on time. And there was a race between news channels. There was a race that we should
Get it done first.
Get it done first. And in that I can take responsibility on the behalf of all the news channels that we did something which we should not have done.
Yeah.
Okay. बाद में गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से आया था कॉल किया, ये नहीं बताना है आपको कि क्या चल रहा है, बट वी वर लाइक we are showing you live. Look, these are our NSG commandos. We are landing down with the helicopter. We are telling everything, and we are indirectly helping the other party. Okay, so this was the pressure. I was anchor. So sometimes we have EP there to get command, and sometimes I am getting no. You should not speak this. Himanshi, why are you quiet? Speak this. Himanshi, what are you doing? Say it. What have you seen? Elaborate. What are you seeing? If I am elaborating, I have another instruction. Stop saying there is a government instruction. But that was the
pressure point.
That was the point आई वॉज स्वेटिंग इन एन एयर कंडीशनर स्टूडियो, और उस स्टूडियो में मुझे समझ नहीं आता मुझे कब बोलना है कब चुप होना. फिर देन आई नेग्लेक्टेड ऑल द इंस्ट्रक्शंस and I started doing whatever I wanted to tell them. I told the audience all the background stories, कि इसमें क्या हुआ था, कहाँ से हुआ था, but I was not telling what is going on live. तो ये मेरे लिए सबसे, मेरे को आज तक भी याद रहता है ये वाला इंसिडेंट. जब भी मैं याद करती हूँ तो मैं जब भी किसी स्टूडेंट को भी बताती हूँ तो मैं इसी का एग्जाम्पल देके बताती हूँ. फिर एक पॉइंट आया ऐसा कि जब आपको वही बोलना है जो आपको लगे कि सही.
What is truth in your heart? Yeah. Okay, wow. And coming on to this, this pressure. So you're delivering to a very polarized society, right? So we live in a polarized society. Social media reporting has now turned into, so people are viewing news is like confirmation bias, for echo chamber and so on. So how do you, like you were saying, you should speak from your heart. That how do you create content that the audience needs to hear, not what they want to hear? This needs to get to my country. This is something I need to tell them.
I think as an anchor, we don't have that freedom that we can decide what content should be gone on air. That is some other people's job, who is a executive producer or rundown producer in the newsroom. But now, as a podcaster or as a freelancer, now I can decide what content I should deliver, and I think content related to awareness in the society is my favorite. So, whether it is spirituality, whether it is social issues, whether it is political issues, I want to aware people about their rights. Like elections are coming in Bihar, so I want to go Bihar and I just want to aware those people about their rights, their voting rights, and how to decide. I want to tell them everything.
So honesty is like the foundation of everything, And what is, so we've already discussed a little bit of this, but can you elaborate that feeling? So what does courage look like in newsroom for you? What was that courage? Like, okay, this is the point where I am doing something. This is why I chose journalism.
When you have to say something against the government, that needs lots of courage. Lots. Absolutely. Nowadays, especially. Because if you are going to say a single word against government, you will get trolled.
Yeah.
तो ट्रोलिंग इतना बड़ा वेपन बन चुका है, और इतनी गालियाँ आपको मिलती हैं सोशल मीडिया में, तो वहाँ पे आपको करना चाहिए. बट इफ़ यू आर हैविंग फैक्ट्स, if you
know you're right,
if you have evidence, you can speak. Otherwise you get calls also.
Yeah, phone tapping and everything.
Then you get personal calls.
Oh.
Stop that immediately.
Oh.
Or delete that immediately.
That's lots of pressure. And is neutrality a myth in political journalism? Sometimes you see far left and far right. Is neutrality a myth?
As I have said earlier, it needs courage.
It needs courage.
It is possible, but it needs courage. You have to face these things now. You have to face threat calls. You have to face allegations, maybe false.
Comes with the job. And where do you draw the line between patriotism and propaganda?
Interesting. Patriotism and propaganda. Like as an anchor, my duty. Okay. Patriotism and propaganda. Look, I think ये भी उसी की तरह ही होगा कि propaganda we cannot decide.
What the content you bring to the table, someone else is actually telling.
Actually, the biggest villain is TRP. In that case, if propaganda is giving you TRP, then propaganda will be there. Yeah. Or patriotism will be sometimes something.
Yeah, it just needs to come to a compromise. Yeah. All right. And I think we're done. Actually, last question for you. Thank you for joining me today. Well, last question: what advice would you give to young communicators who want to speak the truth?
Be curious and be fearless.
Absolutely.
Be fearless and be curious always, and don't run after fame. Yeah, it's a part. You enjoy it, but faith is more important that you generate among your audience.
Right. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was lovely speaking to you. Thank you for listening to Junoon. Until next time.